All right, we're live. Hello, Go Gritters. It's the end of day 2 today for Sales Circus, and we just wanted to come on for a couple of minutes and talk about the takeaways from the five speaker sessions we've had so far, and to let you know what's coming for the rest of the week, because we still have 3 days of great content that is coming. So, Jennifer, what are your top 3 takeaways from the first 2 days?
Oh my gosh, narrowing it down to 3 is going to be hard. I mean, I love this event so much because I am learning a lot, and it's really giving me some tangible things to work on. One, I want my verbal domain like nobody's business. Give it to me now, Chip, you've got to make my app. But what's tied in with the verbal domain is being consistent on social media. I mean, that's fresh on my mind because we just got off the juggling your social media with Carlin. And I really took away, I mean, I know you have to be consistent, but she made that point of it's like a long game, right?
Yeah.
The reason you have to be consistent is that it's a snowball effect, right? You know, things happen over time. You need to give it time. I'm kind of like, I have a good week on social media where I'll post and then I'll ghost. I'll disappear for a few weeks. And I have no excuse other than I'm just not, I'm not investing the time in sort of coming up with a content plan. So I was really inspired by sort of the combination of those two coming together. And Kim today, who was talking to us about what was her title of her taming your
Oh, I have it right here. Sorry. All of these are so fun. Let's see. Tame the Sales Lion.
Tame the Sales
Personalized outreach strategy that guarantees growth.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just the simplest thing that sticks with you. And she made a point that, you know, one thing that a lot of people don't do, me included, is we don't ask for a referral once we've secured the business and have that start of that great client relationship. All we have to say is, hey, you know, do you know anyone else that I can help? Somebody like you that you can introduce me to, or, you know, that I could be of service to. And it's such a simple thing that I don't do. And I'm going to start doing that. So I don't know. I think that's 3. But I had so many.
All right. I'm going to start with Kim's talk as well, because I think it's my way of just thinking about things. I need a framework to work from. And she had this awesome triangle of what is sales. So inbound, referral, and outbound. And inbound includes all your marketing leads and all those contacts that are coming in through social, your marketing activities. They're kind of dropping into your lap. But obviously you have to put a lot of work in to make that happen. Referrals are, as Jennifer talked about, asking former clients for referrals, your referral partners, that kind of thing. And then outbound are all of the proactive things that you're doing to generate sales, like following up with new contacts. You go to a networking event, following up with people you'd like to meet, just giving former clients a ring, seeing how they're doing, anything like that where you're taking action, asking for feedback, making calls. So either warm calls or cold calls. I think that's what I wrote. That was super helpful because I do focus all of my time on inbound and a touch on referral and a big fat 0 on outbound. So I'm going to change that. I know that was one long one. My second takeaway was on Clubhouse, I think, with Rita talking about creating relationships. I totally was not thinking of it as a relationship building tool. So she helped start the shift of my thinking. But also, as I've said throughout Sales Circus, I want to up-level who I'm attracting into my business, because my system and software and everything isn't really for the newbie business owner, but the way that I talk, my messaging, all that has been very targeted at the newbie. And so I want to take it to the next level of somebody that's established and is really, they're trying to up level their tech. And I could be using Clubhouse to get into different circles of people that are already at that place and starting to use it as a way to create relationships. So I'm thinking about that. And then my third big takeaway was from Katie about, Katie Nelson, about permission to do less and focus on quality activities. Don't worry about time management. Focus on doing those things that are really going to get you a outcome.
The big rocks first.
Yes. Oh, that was great. Yeah, the big rocks.
The big rocks in your bucket first. I that stuck with me too. I was like, oh, that is good. And look it up on YouTube, big rocks. Yeah, there's so much. And that's, narrowing down the takeaways to 3 is actually really, really challenging. In general, I took away a lot from our attendees. Love their energy, love their questions. I love how open we have been with each other in terms of our struggles when it comes to sales, to playing small when we know we need to be playing big and getting out of our comfort zone. We've had a lot of work to do there. It's just been great so far. It's only Tuesday. We have 3 more days because, Mary Sue and I, we don't know how
big with events.
We know how to do a short event. We're going to be doing shorter events now because this is exhausting and fun, but it's also exhausting.
Yeah. So tomorrow, talking about events, it is focused on events. And even if you don't have it on your horizon, it is worth coming for both these speakers because Jennifer, I was on a call with Eva this past week, maybe it was Monday, and we were talking about where we met. We met at the event you did with Marsha called Eventomatic, and it was like March 8th, I think, last year.
It was right. It was like a week before we went into lockdown.
Yes. But what I loved about that, class that you did with Marsha was that it's creating your own stage. And that's what an event can do for you. If you want to be more visible and you want people to look at you as a thought leader, putting on your own event is one way to do that. So
I love it. I love it. Well, we're all looking for opportunities, right? We look, but sometimes you just stop and make your own opportunities, right? Like if you're having a problem getting speaking gigs or the speaking gigs that you want, well, you can create an event and you have a speaking gig that's got your name wrapped all over it. It's so effective. Having our small business grit events have definitely funneled business our way. It's expanded our network. It's done so many positive things for our businesses, and I do consider it a sales tool.
Yeah.
I'm all about, we're small business owners. We're all about, service, and I think that the event falls into that category. I feel like we've done a good service, but it is also a sales tool. It can be both. It can intersect. As we all know, money
exactly.
can intersect, and it probably should. It's a fair trade. But yeah, and it's also given us another revenue stream. It's done a lot. So I encourage you to consider your own event. It doesn't have to be a week-long event or a 10-day event like our first one. It can be a half day. It can be 2 hours. It could be a full day. It can look any way you want and have the same results.
Yes. Yeah, so we have 2 experts in events that look at it totally different. Melissa Jakes starts at 1. Her talk is Cannonball Your Sales with a Virtual Event. So hers is more of the standard way of an event, like Sales Circus, or like I'm actually working with her to do one on just CRM stuff at the end of April. So a more typical kind of of several hours with experts and training, all that kind of stuff. So that's what she's going to be talking about. And then we have Tamara Golden that really looks at an event totally differently. She focuses on retreats, and her talk is the business of bonding, how, when, and why to leverage retreats in growing your business. So just very different take on events and how they can impact your business. So worth coming to educate yourself, to get you thinking on something new. And of course, we will have a really fun signature networking event called Create a Carnival. And we're going to do this in a very different way than we've ever done before. So
I love it. And I have to think that, if you're considering a retreat, and I think you should, what great timing. What great timing to put one together, because we are, we see the light at the end of the tunnel with this pandemic. We're getting vaccinated. Hopefully, by the end of the year, we're going to be, on our way past this thing. And guess what we're going to be really antsy to do? Travel, go on retreats, get out of the house. We still need to work on our business, but we can combine that with some travel too. Sign me up for a retreat. I need one. So anyway, I think if you're going to consider it, this is probably a pretty good time to get it filled. So that's just my personal opinion.
Yep. And then, of course, we have great talks on Thursday from Dee Dee Kai and Jennifer. Dee Dee's going to be talking about, step right up, the psychology behind the sale. Understanding what people are thinking while you're trying to sell them will only make you a better salesperson. And then Jennifer, my favorite topic of all times, boosting your sales with a virtual assistant.
It's going to be good. I worked on my slides today. We're going to go into a lot. We're going to talk about the infrastructure that you need to grow and scale. We're going to talk about how delegating is the key to breakthrough success. And then we're going to talk about how you can leverage VAs to increase your sales. So I put a lot in there, but it all makes sense. I think it all connects. It's all part of the picture.
Well, because we've totally heard from lots of people that delegating work that isn't sales related, which is really the only thing that a business owner, not the only thing, but one of the main things a business owner should be doing is sales. They shouldn't be doing the admin. So you got to delegate. It has to get done somehow.
Yeah.
And then finally, our final speaker is Meredith Eaton, who is talking about you should write a book, The Power of Publishing as a Tool for Business Growth. Oh.
I like that too. Meredith knows her stuff. She's working with you on your book. Meredith and I are writing a book together. In addition to her full-time company, Eaton Press, she's also my co-founder at Sparent. So I know intimately how good she is at what she does. But I love the term platforms of influence. I use that a lot. And having a book is a platform of influence. Having an event is a platform of influence. Having a podcast is a platform of influence, because it's your own real estate that you can craft and get together however you want. You can be as creative as you want in any way to get your message to the right people. So I think as business owners in these times, we all need a platform of influence, our own real estate.
Yes. Well, we've got a lot coming for the rest of the week. We just wanted to pop on and give you a summary of what's happened and a teaser for what's coming, because we want to see you tomorrow, Thursday and Friday. So thank you and have a great rest of your day.
Get a good night's sleep, because we're going to see you tomorrow.